You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Her desperation is off the charts. This one's wife is a narcissist. She's deluded. She believes that people think that she's amazing, wonderful, kind and empathic. She believes that every opportunity should be given to her ahead of anybody else, and that she should be given huge amounts of money for doing very little. Her desperation to have people respond to her favourably, to be able to control them, to lay her hands on the residual benefits, principally money, is huge. And perhaps we now have the most obvious representation of the level of desperation that she is exhibiting. So desperate, it's tangible. You can smell the stench of her desperation. Here I am somewhere in Europe, able to smell the desperation wafting over from Monty Shit Show. I'm sure you can smell it too. But how does this manifest in relation to this one's wife? Well, entertainingly enough, it appears in British Vogue, in what might be the clearest instance of Harry's wife probably having written this herself. Apparently it's Radhika Seth. I was expecting it to be actually an anagram of this one's wife's name. However, it smacks so much of her desperation, so much of the fact that she may well have written it herself, so much of the fact that it possibly has come from a press release from WME trying to cause manifestation, because it headlines thus: "This one's wife. If you're reading this, please make an appearance in the upcoming Suits companion series." Yes, if you want to barf, I suggest that you do so now. This one's wife has clearly arranged as a consequence of her rampant and spiralling desperation for British Vogue to issue a call specifically to her to be in the upcoming Suits companion series, as if it's down to her. In actual fact, what it really is, this is an article written by or on behalf of this one's wife for the purpose of trying to get the producers to cast her in the series. What does it tell us? Suits, the strangely addictive legal drama, is it, that made a star of this one's wife long before she became the Duchess of Sussex, has been experiencing something of a renaissance of late. Since landing on Netflix in June, the slick procedural has broken a string of records to become the most streamed show of the summer. Well, that's probably nothing to do with the shitty acting of this one's wife, and rather to do with the fact that people are watching it for other reasons. Legal dramas are invariably popular, and it will, of course, have been buoyed by some watching by the sugars. But it's likely that it's actually being watched for reasons that are not connected with this one's wife. But it's fueled rumours that a new revival could be in the works. In July, the series' executive producer, Gene Klein, told TV Line that he was not aware of any serious conversations about a potential reboot, but added, "It's just one of those things where, in this day and age, you wouldn't be surprised if somebody called you someday. So basically, we've no plans at all to reboot it, but never say never, because you might end up with a bit of egg on your face if you did. But so far, nothing that I'm aware of. I'd be surprised if we could thread that needle for a reunion, but I'd also be delighted if that happened." In August, series creator Aaron Korsh weighed in too, saying, "There is no Suits reboot or anything in the works. That's pretty unequivocal, I'd say. The strike would have to end, some network or streamer would have to reach out, and then we would have to collectively want to, which is no small thing." It isn't, certainly, and although the WGA strike has lifted, SAG-AFTRA's dispute with studios is far from over. However, it seems some progress has been made on this front. On 12th of October, Deadline reported that Korsh is now in development on a Suits offshoot. Although deals are apparently still being negotiated, Sources suggest that the project could be fast-tracked, and while this won't be a revival, reboot or spin-off, strictly speaking, it's said to be a Suits universe series in the vein of the CSI and NCIS franchises, featuring new characters in a new location. The location currently being considered, per the publication, Los Angeles, a commutable distance from Harry's wife and Harry's Monty Shit Show home. When asked if the former star, who departed Suits after season 7, around the time that she first met Prince Harry, could return in the role of whip-smart attorney Rachel Zane, Klein said, "I would assume that's just not possible. So again, it's not going to happen." So, not an unequivocal no then. Oh, the desperation. Indeed, when This One's Wife signed with William Morris Endeavour for representation in April of this year, it was made clear that the deal would not include repping her for her acting, but instead focus on spearheading her business and creative ventures across film and TV production. But much has changed in the 6 months since, i.e., this is This One's Wife saying, I was going to do business and creative ventures, but other people have let me down. So, yeah, if there's some acting work going, I'll take it. Harry and This One's Wife have parted ways with Spotify and ended their Archetypes podcast, and are reportedly rethinking their existing deals to find better homes and partnerships for their content. What is their content? They never fucking create anything. In this moment of flux, would a small cameo on the upcoming show be completely and totally out of the question? In a world where Kim Cattrall can make a far too brief appearance on And Just Like That, I truly believe that anything is possible. Well, thanks, This One's Wife, for either writing that or ensuring that somebody did on your behalf. But this is utter desperation. This One's Wife has failed with her podcasting. Netflix isn't creating anything of any worth, and she's intrinsically lazy. But if she could wheel herself out to appear in the Suits companion series, piggybacking, as she invariably does, on the success of Suits streaming on Netflix recently, then she will do so. The popularity of Suits on Netflix is nothing to do with her, but she will think that it is, and therefore her narcissism will tell her, here is an apt opportunity for you to get back in the game, and for you to appear in the Suits companion series. So we'll talk about it in an article with British Vogue in order to make it happen. Smell that desperation? You certainly do. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.